right, so I'm in somebody live tonight, and which I actually was I had watched my love TV shows today. I'm watching Badlands or whatever. I took some time out or whatever to kind of just be conservative with my energy. So I don't know, when you're so like aligned with God with a lot of things, I let I let God write the way He's supposed to write for me, and I don't really have to like try to really too tough figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You get like old enough, you just kind of let things kind of like or maybe when I done dwelled within this conversation between me and God so much to the point to where I got to really register things a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? So I know, for one, sometimes you gotta know the difference. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the difference, because that's like probably, I would say like 70% of our life is knowing the difference. Probably, I'm gonna say 80% of our life is knowing the difference, man. And that's something I take my time with. At first I figured like, all right, because you don't know when like a good spirit or a bad spirit is operating within a person's host. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta know, like, okay, wait. And then I have to know, like, cause me being so intuitive at times, I can be so empathetic. I can feel what a person be feeling, and I used to be overly compassionate, right? And I overly extend myself beyond measure sometimes. Well, there was somebody who, I guess I was required at the time. My attention was called, so I concerned myself in that area, and maybe I serviced myself enough. I know how to just do my job. I've learned how to do my job and step back. You know what I'm saying? And it got to this point where now I'm like, cause I don't know, I don't be too emotionally invested in things I know I gotta just be of service about. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like, God, what's next? You know what I mean? And I think I got so like used to accustomed to having to transition like all the time. So I registered having to know the difference on something, because I had already registered, but it just takes one little thing for me to acknowledge that, okay, boom, that's enough, or okay, that's what that is. For me to just recognize something within my registry kind of accelerated a lot faster than what it usually does. So back to what I was saying, I jumped into someone's live today. Usually I'll just give my attention, because I know sometimes there's information I need to learn spiritually about being able to exchange with a person as far as on an energetic level. You know what I'm saying? So when I realized, like, God is not the author of confusion. That's one thing that I'm always gonna know. if the energy doesn't flow freely or gracefully, and if it's not something that's in reciprocity, like if a person is not on the same accordance of giving and king in a like graceful manner, you're gonna register the distortion in that. And that's when chaos is at work in a different way. Sometimes chaos can be good and healthy. Sometimes you can know when there's a form of manipulation in the play. not only just manipulation, but also you're gonna register so much more in the play. When the adversary is at work, there's gonna be a lot of things that we miss because we're not used to speaking on a spiritual level about things. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I'm in exchange with God, I have got so used to this type of alignment to where I know when things are in a parallel. If I'm being parallel in the way I'm in exchange with things, I know when I'm in accordance with things. I know when I can coincide with something, and the exchange is so mutual, or it's in a point of reciprocity in a state or in a way or at a rate to where I know that the exchange is what you would call it congruent. And in that sense, because I don't want to go over your head, I know that God is not the author of confusion. All right. So boom, it took for me because I needed to. I don't really have to ask God anymore about the direction I'm going. Sometimes God already just let me know, and if I'm already attentive, I know, all right, it's time for me to redirect. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I'm like, God, how much attention or concern, or how much do you want me to invest myself in this and occupy this aspect in the universe, or occupy this designation? You know what I'm saying? So it's always things, all things have its time. You know what I'm saying? And we got to know how to, sometimes have things and not possess them, and knowing how to do our job and step back. You know what I mean? And okay, so I'm like, it was something very simple, and it don't take much for me, bro. Like, but if a person can, it's not that you just mistake me, right? I can register when someone is has mistaken me, right? Say, okay, the scenario was very simple actually, but if it takes something very simple to throw things all the way out of context, and then you try to, so then if you you try to bring clarity, right? And then the person is like once you bring the clarity, and they're like, nah, it's like most of the times when, I don't know, maybe my registry, it doesn't take much. You know what I'm saying? I know when the adversary is at work. So that most of the time God has already let me know how to redirect or when to redirect myself. I know when to digress for real. You know what I'm saying? So there was this person that I registered that had the potential to actually had the potential to build or create something with. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, okay, let me spend time learning more about the person. You know what I mean? So I'm like, at the time, usually instead of me just going straight off of just intuition or what I see just based off of my foresight in that aspect, I'm still all the way down to earth with things, and I still allow myself to investigate whether or not this person really is fit or has the appropriate or the right compatibility to operate a function and coincide with me in whatever could be brought forth in the world, because I'm so focused on fulfilling my divine objectives. You know what I'm saying? So not just solely on me seeking a companion, but also like I said, I had this idea of writing this book. You know what I'm saying? And the co-author is a female, but I know who has that potential and that gift to be able to write at that to the capacity in which is required or at that degree. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I actually came across somebody who actually had the potential, who really, I feel, you know what I'm saying, it's very, 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 able and capable of, performing some powerful things, but I think like sometimes people, been through some shit, a lot of people been through things, you know what I mean? And I'm down to earth and understanding, but I don't let my compassion override what's already going on, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes like people could be fixed in their mind and certain things, and we're all still learning, yeah. And I do give the leverage for people to grow, but that's after things are established on whether or not me and a person, like, okay, dang, I know you, you know me. Hey, yeah, man, you seem like a cool person. Like after we actually become acquainted and we come to that type of disposition, then yeah, I would kind of apply my compassion to give them the leverage to get to know me better, being that they insist or they're in agreement to participate and get, me getting to know them and I'm getting, them getting to know me type. You know what I mean? But if it's just a stranger I come across and I've already taken initiative, you know what I mean, to extend myself in a proposal on, certain things like pertaining to that. The person doesn't really like, that was never established, so there's no need for me to even try to, you know what I'm saying, try to extend myself in compassion thereof on whether or not that person, you know what I mean, hey, I feel like you need to know or register me better. If they didn't catch the beat initially, you know what I'm saying, on me just, making these gestures gracefully like that, and they didn't really acknowledge the benevolence in me or the quality of what I have initially based off of first impression, there's no need for me to try to be like, hold on, wait, let me bring clarity about what you may be mistaken about me. Now, if I had already, been like, yeah, like I seen the confusion was starting to kind of like get in between what was going on, right? And me registering that, I'm like, all right, check, nah, this is what's going on. Like, you might be taking that negatively. I didn't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? And they like, nah. I was supposed to take it negatively. You meant it that way. And I'm like, wow. Like, wait a minute. I think I'm bringing you clarity. I can actually clarify a little bit more if you need me to let you know. Like, I think you took that in response thereof the wrong way. With that being said, I think the trauma, maybe I may have triggered a trauma or something of whatever past experience they had with somewhat of that type of energy, made them think as if they would be impressed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, but it doesn't really matter. The thing about it is I know that my God ain't the author of confusion. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm like, all right, let me digress for real. But I think after I did that, and then like I seen where like distortion just it started manifesting a little bit more potently. You know what I'm saying? To where now this is like a whole. It done created a smear campaign off of just a fragment of an embryo that it wasn't even a flame that was thrown in your bale of hay. You know what I'm saying? I think that just maybe just the way that person may have perceived things showed me a side of them that showed that they're still in their process of growing and learning. And I don't know if, I should be, you know what I'm saying, trying to, not with no stranger, I don't think I need to be trying with no stranger, trying to overly extend myself in an area I feel like, that I've articulated myself rightly. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
I ain't took my time to express myself clearly. You know what I mean? So, hey man, say man, you know what I'm saying? I just, another one bites the dust, I guess, because I ain't too tough with all that. You know, I try to be kind and fervent though, like, because, you know, that's my thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with humbling myself. You know, if that person finds me worth the time or something, and they reach out or something and be like, hey, yeah, man, I think I was just caught in the moment. You know, I've been through some things or whatever. I may have took your statement wrong. You know, I might be compassionate then and just be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we can build off that accountability. But if that person, I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? God already let me know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm already on what's next, bro. Then that's knowing the difference for real, because like that's a main thing. Don't have and possess things, man. Like, know how to do your job and step back. You know what I'm saying? I don't overly indulge in things, man. So I think that that little experience is something I needed to project, because it's like, I'm really thankful that God has given me the ability to, write myself rightly upon existence and upon others, people's witnessing for real. I don't think that I've come in any type of perverse way. I don't think that, I have given any type of, I just don't think I'm writing myself that way to where I feel any type of conviction about how I express myself, in a sense, because, like I said, things are, me being transparent sometimes get, some people aren't, hey, we're all even and still learning, man, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really kind of like pressed on what people's decisions are for real, you know what I mean? Or their individuality, their own identity, and who and what colors they choose to uphold in life, whatever, however they choose to shape themselves in their world and in the world. I'm not the place to judge that, you know what I'm saying? People can be who they are, and I can accept that, and I can accept people totally for who they are. Like, not that person is a bad person or nothing like that. I still like tip my hat to the person or whatever. I just know how to go my own way, you know what I'm saying? And let bygones be bygones. I can agree to disagree. Like, okay, if you feel that way, then that's fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to wrestle with your opinion, but if I try to, give a helping hand to bring you clarity and you deny that, I'm not finna force no clarity. You know what I'm saying? Period, you know what I'm saying? So that was just something that I feel like needed to be expressed, because my boys might be able to use that experience there. And yeah, man, you know what I mean? People that really see you for you, it's like, truth don't need no proof. And your value is gonna automatically be seen in your demeanor and how you carry yourself. The value of you is something that's gonna automatically be registered. Cause like, I'm not having a hard time seeing the value in a person and treating them rightly. You know what I'm saying? If I see a person got a good heart and they're kind, I'm not finna, that's what my overly good heart used to lead me all the way into overly extending myself. You know what I'm saying? But now I've learned, how love people as much as or care as much as a person wants you to care. You know what I'm saying? Love a person as much as they want you to love them. You know what I mean? Now, I can love you with love and never been, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I can afford to do. I could have afforded to just go over and beyond. I could afford to sit there and take that form of friction and try to wrestle with that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole conversation me and God is having pertaining to why I'm witnessing you in life, and I'm still trying to extract God out of the whole circumstance. And what I got from that wasn't God in it. In that moment, I see that God, it was just confusion though. I ain't getting nothing from that. I'm about to remove myself from that. That's chaos there, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you got that, you're open vessel to be in harmony. Yeah, bro, we gonna write each other rightly. It ain't gonna be nothing hard about it. Like, the reciprocity is gonna be there. Like, I ain't missing the beat. I'm not gonna let you waste yourself. You're not gonna let me waste myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it's gonna be, But yeah, man, I really love me. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, and I go up the bat for whoever I love, for real. You know what I'm saying? Those that accept me for me. You know what I mean? But I'm not ever trying to wrestle with that at all. So, hey man, you live and let live, bro. Like, that's all. Don't have and possess things, man. It's the topic for this whole video, for real. And that's just something you got to learn the difference of. God is not the author of confusion, for real, and you got to be able to register that, you know what I'm saying? And if it takes something small like that for a person to actually just overlook or miss or mistake or just totally just exclude or throw to the wayside the value of who you are as an individual, you were never worth it from the beginning, or you never really had substance to that person in the beginning. So if it takes something so small to just throw things all the way out of proportion, and then there's no real actual earnestness or desire to keep things copacetic and at peace and at ease for us to build off of, then yeah, that's not a stable ground to try to establish or build anything off of, So that's all that is. Now, like I said, that person is human. So I know how to even give leverage to that. Even though I remove myself, if that person felt that I was worth extending that self to and being like, hey, man, I may have, took some things wrong. Could you clarify such and such? I may have responded in a way that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm not, whoever that was in the past that caused the pains and the traumas, I'm not doing that person, man. I'm not even trying to be subjected to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't deserve that. But if you felt like I did, I ain't knocking you for it. You're not wrong. You're entitled to place me wherever you want to place me in this world, bro. But, I know where to place myself, man. I had that authority, man. And I'm gonna love me first, and that's self-preservation, for real. So yeah, man. That's all I got for tonight, man. It's just that comes when you meet people. You know what I'm saying? Or when you're out there having to try to actually establish things, or actually do the work that you need to do when it comes down to actually fulfilling your divine objectives. Sometimes it takes a little, if you having to hedge things and stuff like that, it takes a little graveling in the soil. It takes that, sometimes it takes you having to, pave a path in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you're going to run into certain things like that. You know what I mean? Don't ever let that form of a disagreement, or we can call it rejection, be a stipulator of your value or your worth of who you are as an individual. No. You know what I'm saying? So hold your head, man. It's all love, though.